Were you a ladies' man when you were young or not?
Absolutely not.
Really?
No, absolutely not.
Do you remember like the first time you felt like a girl was like interested in you? Or not?
No. Yeah, I already had like $1 million by that
Oh,
time.
you did? Oh.
And I was like, oh, no shit. This is how this works.
Did you really feel that?
Nah, yeah, man. I remember like I got stood up at homecoming. Like there's all my crushes. Like it never worked out for me.
Really?
But I think that worked out for me in the long run.
Right.
Because you could be a kid trying to get some cooch, but I was in my room, playing the guitooch.
You're like, I'll show.
Yes, I'll get you one of these days.
I'll show you.
And then the money came, and it was awesome.
Yeah. That is
that's
funny.
how this works.
It is kind of funny. Some of that is how it works. It's like, yeah, if you don't feel some ambiance from women, or if you don't feel like seen maybe in the world or something,
sure,
then you're like, well, I have to make myself be seen more.
Sure,
and so you create more.
And that comes, I guess, like it's kind of a weird way of like, oh, I want to express myself more, so I become more introverted, learning how to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
so tell me a little bit more. I'm hearing you, but tell me more.
So like I wanted to make music.
Right.
But the only way to make music is like to do it. And so I just sat in my room with Audacity and played the guitar and wrote songs. And it's like I want people to hear my music, but the way I do that is learn as much as I can by myself in my room.
And then present.
Not talk. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's an interesting thing. Like taking the time to learn a skill or become an outlier, I guess. Well, I probably got 10,000 hours behind it, but it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I think that's something that part of people don't maybe, I don't know if they don't realize it, but yeah, there's a lot that goes into being good at something.
Yes, sir.
Or
you could just be naturally talented.
Right.
Which fuck those dudes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, if I saw 6 of those dudes, dude, I'd fucking beat
beat them all?
I'd beat all 6 of them. That's what I'd do.
What if they're naturally talented at fighting?
Oh, God, that can be a long
Even
day.
worse. Even worse.
Yeah. Did you feel like as you got more famous that part of you like changed or disappeared, or because when did you start to get popular at, or let's just say popular, because fame is a weird word.
Yeah.
What things happened to you? Did you notice anything? Did some of it feel bad?
Yeah, man. I mean, Migos had a song called "I'd Rather Be Rich Than Famous." It makes a lot of sense. It's just, especially whenever you're coming, like the whole music world so young, it's super easy to just be a fuck up kid, you know what I mean, and not know what the fuck is going on. And it was hard. And since then, I've moved to Utah. I got rid of my social media. I keep way more to myself. I don't really go out anymore. I just like, and for a long time, I was very sad. And I find myself now getting back into what is fun to me and what I love doing. Been a lot of riding, a lot of time in the fucking woods. I just got a really awesome piece of property where I can just sit and fish and be to myself. And I wondered for the longest time why I was so sad. And it was just because I wasn't able to do what I like to do in my current circumstance. And I think it's important for anyone who's doing anything to be able to get out and take some time for yourself. And for the longest time, I didn't do that. It was just head down and go, go, go. But now taking this time to really just do what I like to do, and I have a daughter, I guess. She's cool. She's fine.
So that helps.
Yeah.
But you really mean that, what you're saying?
Yeah. Absolutely, man. And
Yeah,
I
man,
think it's
'cause
important for everyone.
I
Yes, sir.
struggle. Like, I just keep feeling like I need to do more to prove, like, I don't know what I'm trying to prove things to sometimes.
Yes, sir.
It's like there's this constant, like, I've had it since I think I was a kid, you know?
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm not enough, and I don't know if it's I'm not enough. That's not the feeling. The feeling is like, what else can I do? What's the next? I I have to do more. But it's like, what am I trying to appease? Am I trying? That's the thing I struggle with sometimes, you know?
Sure.
And I think in the end, later on, I've realized, I think as an adult, it's just this endless feeling of like, oh, I'm not enough. I have to constantly prove myself.
Yes, sir.
To you, like, and if I proved myself to you yesterday, that's not enough.
That's not enough.
I have to prove myself again to you today.
Yes,
and
sir.
I think it's just this. I don't know how that magnet started that keeps pulling that energy out of me. You know.
Well, I think people have the natural inclination to want to be great. You know. And it's like, even with music, with me, I can only speak on my behalf. I can't speak on your world at all. But whenever I make a record, I'm already writing new songs. Like, I've already done these songs. I want to see what I can do next. I want to see what I can make next. You know what I mean? It's always like, you want to create. And we get caught up in this kind of deal where it's just like, it's just, like I said, everything is so fucking fast.
Yeah, now it is.
And like you said, I proved myself to you yesterday. Why do I got to prove myself to you today? And nothing is certain, and we just want to be great. I think humans inherently want to be great and be accepted. And let me ask you this. What do you like to do? What do you like to do when you're not working?
You know, honestly, I like to go fishing, man.
Yeah.
I like to talk to my brother. I like to think about my friends. I like to pray for my friends and people.
Maybe you go be a minister, like a volunteer minister. I was thinking about signing up for the fire department.
Okay, hold on. I agree you're still getting people out of fires, but a little different than volunteer ministry, okay? Like pulling people out of Hades and pulling people out of a somebody set off a space heater in a Hampton Inn is a little bit different, okay? But I feel you.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I do 100%, brother. Praise God, baby. I think people find so much joy through you, you know? Does that feel like a lot of pressure? Because everybody loves you, you know?
Not necessarily true.
That's true. You're right. Maybe that's a weird question, man. I'm sorry to say it. That's kind of weird.
What's that? No, not at all. That dude, I think people appreciate and can relate to being yourself. And that's what everyone wants to do.
It's hard for us.
It is hard. It's terrible now. You know, it's like there's so many societal pressures. I don't know. And then with the pickup of social media and how it just moves at 100 miles a minute. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but it's just 100 miles a minute, and you can't you don't have time to, even if this is who you are, I feel the pressure to go with the next thing. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I feel bad, like, for some of these kids that are just, super immersed in social media, and because it's a crazy fucking place.